One quick way to really get into real estate is come to a home buy workshop, come to a mixer that we're having, a free mixer, a free workshop, and come and learn to get educated about real estate, about sales, right? Because you got two different things going on.
Oh yeah, whoa, look, they can never keep me down, I'm going, and if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up.
You know, it's a day in the life. One thing I wanted to highlight and talk about, man, is our home buy workshops, our mixers, investment events that we've been having going on consistently. Look, it's been amazing, for one, just to see how many people coming out in the market, coming out to these events to get educated. You know, it's been buyers coming out, it's been sellers coming out, and it's been investors coming out, but most importantly, it's been real estate agents coming out. Real estate agents really trying to learn how to survive in this market, man. And this type of market, what it does is, and I can't even say that the market is shifting completely, right? The market has shifted from where it was once at, you know, a hyper seller's market for sure. But on another note, I think what this market is doing is exposing people who really don't have a structure, a foundation, a real basis to how they grow their business. They don't have a business plan and don't know when the next deal is coming in or what activities they're doing right now that can produce more business coming in. So, but needless to say, you know, that's what your business plan, that's what your year end is for. But what I want to talk about is agents getting into real estate, right? How to really get into real estate successfully and have a successful journey in doing so. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much really to really get into real estate, but what it does take is a real game plan, right? A real game plan on a real budget for what that looks like for you and your family. What is going on here? A real budget for what that looks like for you and your family. And it's not just about marketing budget, right? The real budget could be living budget. You need to know what your living expenses are. You got to sit down and go over those numbers. Putting together a budget, putting together a real blueprint of how you're going to generate sales. All right, understanding how much money you have in the savings, But one quick way to really get into real estate is come to a home buy workshop, come to a mixer that we're having, a free mixer, a free workshop, and come and learn to get educated about real estate, about sales, right? Because you got two different things going on. You got one is that you got to pass the state exam, right? You got to take the class, all right, pass the class, then take the state exam. Once you take the state exam, then you got a whole new world that opens up to you. And one main component of that world is sales, right? Some people come into real estate without any sales background, but you're gonna need sales. You're gonna need sales, which is one main component. You're gonna need marketing expertise or experience, you know, as a second main component, because you need to learn how to position yourself, to market yourself to the clientele in which you want to target. The third thing is you need to learn how to identify your targeted audience. All right, that's the third thing, learning how to identify your targeted audience. It doesn't matter how good you are at marketing. If you don't know who your targeted audience is, then you're not going to be in this business very long. If you just same way as sales, if you don't know how to sell, if you don't know how to close and ask people for business, have the courage to ask people for business, you won't be in this business very long. All right, and also, if you haven't been responsible with your finances, all right, being responsible with your finances when you get in this business is going to be an essential for you to last long term, right? Real estate is a very volatile market for real estate agents, which is why you have such a hard time getting a loan or a line of credit or anything when it comes to establishing a relationship with banks when you are a real estate agent, because they know this industry is very volatile for real estate agents. 1 month you're up, 1 year you're up, next year you're down, you're out of business. You know, so they know the life cycles of real estate agents are very short for the most part. But understanding the fundamentals of how to run and operate a true business is what's going to keep you afloat as a real estate agent. So getting into this business, attaching yourself with a team that's going to help and grow you, not from, not some illusional world, but where you are right now, right? You need to be in an environment that you're comfortable. You need to be in an environment that allows you to be yourself. You need to be in an environment that sees talent in you and help you groom that talent to grow in a way that you can grow and be prosperous, confident and successful, all right, within your journey and goals. You got, another very important component of getting into real estate and having a successful journey is identifying your journey, right? Not someone else's, not getting on social media, seeing what somebody else is doing, and wanting to duplicate that and copy that, because that's not your journey, that's not your reality, that's not your clientele or database, and you don't know who their clientele or database is or what connections they have in order for them to be able to operate in that space. All right, so secondly, another important component is getting into real estate is thinking long term. Everything has a strategy. Have a strategy for everything that you do long term. So you need to learn how to make your money stretch, how to make your dollar stretch when you get into real estate. So you need to learn how to establish partners. You need to learn how to build relationships so you don't have to pay for exposure, for every exposure that you get. Right? You need to learn how to generate business without spending money first. Right? That's the first lesson. You get in this business, you try to spend your way to success, you're gonna run out of money real quick. All right? Because everybody want to sell you on the next best system, and everybody have the answers to your problems, right? But the only problem is when you get those answers, it just don't solve your problems. So hopefully you align yourself with a team that educates you about all the different sales that are out there, because once you become a real estate agent, everybody wants you to buy their product. They have the answers to your problems, right? We all have problems, but everybody have answers to your problems, but they never fix your problems. So you have to first identify that, and you have to identify you can only fix your problems. 1, by being clear about where you're going. 2, by being clear about the journey you're going to take. 3, about being clear about how you're going to execute, right, along that journey. And then 4 is understanding there's a difference between being busy and being productive. All right, when you are, you have your 9 to 5, or you come from whatever world you come from, you may consider a very productive day for your work day is if you checked off all the boxes, right? You did everything that you had in front of you. You established, new accounts, whatever it may be. It may be a very productive day for you, but in real estate, just being busy does not correlate to being productive. All right, so that's why when you sit down and you draw up your game plan, your business plan, that business plan, it really, really, really is going to be important to your growth, all right, and to what you can really accomplish, what you'll be able to accomplish in this business and in this industry. Because productivity on your business plan is going to be a different productivity than what you would consider in real life if you put together a real business plan. See, real estate is a lead-based business. You should always be learning, meeting new people. And first of all, you gotta learn how to network. All right, learning how to network is not just showing up to an event just because it's an event. First of all, if you go to an event, all right, this is one of the key things, and I promise you I'm not rambling. If you go to an event and you see the same people that was at the last event, make note not to go to that event again. All right, when you network, you need to be going to meet new people to add into your database. All right, not to go and socialize with the same people you met last time. You want to expand your database. So when you go out, make your presence felt, make it meaningful, be intentional about everywhere you go. All right, everywhere you be. And when you go, don't be overwhelmed. When you go to different events and so forth, don't be overwhelmed if there's a lot of people. Find you 1 or 2 or 3 key people that you want to meet, right, that have influence, and you need to learn how to identify who people are by A, B, or C. And I ain't finna go into all that details on this particular call, because I'm literally on my way to meet with one of our premier sponsors for our up and coming 4th annual gala, and I'm really not finna drop all that. You're gonna have to either go to my YouTube channel and subscribe there, or you're gonna have to join my private group, right? And we're gonna talk more in detail. We'll talk more in detail there, and I'll be launching my coaching group January 1st. All right, so but as a new agent, right, you need to learn how to network. You need to learn how to get to know people, right, and ask the right questions. All right, the people who do the most business, who gonna do the most sales and do the most business in real estate, they know how to ask the right questions, right? They ask the right questions. All right, they understand how to control the frame. The person who talk the most make the most money. The person